to our Master in Medicine Chest X-ray talk. We are so thrilled with the turnout, so thank you all for coming. Just a quick thing, the talk is being filmed, so if you're not happy being on film, maybe save your questions for afterwards, and we'll send out a Vula announcement later. So we are so happy to be hosting Dr. Simons tonight. When Raf and I first pitched the idea of this talk to Prof. Wern last year, she said, Dr. Simons would be an amazing person to give this, but he's in high demand. So you will be lucky if you can organize it with him, and we are so happy to have him here, and we are so thankful to him for giving up his time. For those of you who haven't met Dr. Simons, he's a physician and a pulmonologist. He also lectures clinical students and is well known among the students for being a brilliant and engaging lecturer, so I'm sure tonight is going to be no different. He's also known for always taking the extra time on ward rounds to teach his students and give them amazing approaches to things. So everyone please welcome me and join me, Dr. Simons.
Thank you for that warm introduction, and a big thank you for giving up your Tuesday evening. I know when I was in 4th year or 5th year, I was probably caught dead at medical school on a Tuesday evening. So, thank you for giving up your time to come listen to me drone on a bit. So, can I just ask, the motivation for these lectures, is it because you're not getting this during the day? To be honest, I'm not going to ransom you.
It's given in a...
It's given badly.
It's given in a dark radiology room.
It's like witchcraft and spinal bones and kind of that's what the diagnosis is.
By radiographers.
Okay. So I think there's a couple of reasons I'm really impressed and committed to be here. It's purely selfish. In 20 years' time, one of you may be looking after me. So I'm vested in this to try and train you. And the only difference between you and me is what? Experience, okay? That's the only difference. I've seen one or two more x-rays than you have. That's all. And it's pattern recognition. Okay, so understanding a pattern, interpreting it, and then applying your clinical skills to it. So that's what I'm going to try in part today. It's pattern recognition, guys. And I'm afraid in medicine there's no shortcut. The guys that have come to our firm will know our heart one about this. It's an apprenticeship. There's no shortcut. But be passionate about what you do. Don't have a goal. Enjoy what you do. Love what you do. That's clearly why you're here. And pick it up as you go. Seems like a mountain to climb, but we'll get there. And we're going to try to get you through this. So, as a means of introduction, just remember what an X-ray is. X-ray is not a patient. It's not a person. It's an interpretation of shadows of anatomy. You don't know your anatomy. Okay. Got to know your anatomy. All right, so everyone happy with the skeletal anatomy? A couple of take-home messages. When you're listening at the back for breath sounds, what lobe are you actually listening to? I'm not going to usually I have sweets to throw around, but don't tonight, sorry. So when you listen at the back, what lobe are you listening to? Lower lobe. Okay, lower lobe. So understand the surface anatomy and topography, okay, of what you're listening to. So I think when you're interpreting the radiology, when you look at the upper zone, you're looking through both the upper lobe and lower lobe. When you're looking at the lower zone of an X-ray, you're looking at lower lobe and maybe middle lobe, maybe lingular. So it's important to understand what you're looking at. The difficult part really for us comes into the vascular anatomy and the soft tissue shadowing. Okay, so I'm happy to leave these slides on the desktop if you want them. They're nice pictures. Okay, I hate the word nice. No one describes me as nice. My literary one day, he was a nice lecturer. It's not familiar. I want to be known as a nice lecturer. Okay, I'm known as entertaining, controversial, antagonistic, what else? Inspirational, maybe. All right, no one was nice. Okay, so vascular anatomy. Obviously the heart, okay, great vessels draining down into the heart, the SVC. Okay, you'll often see us talking about the azygous vein, mediastinal, okay, widening as relevance. Okay, what's in the mediastinum? The aortic arch. So look at that, the reflection, what you're seeing. Why is it clinically relevant for unfolding? The aortic aneurysm. The 3 sign. Okay, and this structure, okay, or the superior vena cava can often fade away and give misleading signs in the anatomy. So when you're looking at the superior mediastinum up here, understand what you're looking at is a complex composite of structures. Vascular, lymph nodes, thymus, maybe a tumor. So thrown in with the vascular structures and our airway structures. And now you have to decipher what's what. So if we just look at the right side of the heart, very nicely outlined on the diagram what you're looking at. So the SVC coming down, the right heart border is the right atrium. Right heart border is the right atrium. So if you've got someone with right atrial enlargement, right ventricular enlargement, what are you going to see on the X-ray? Typically, the right side of the heart's going to go laterally. And on the AP film, it's going to fill anteriorly. So if you're looking for radiological signs of right heart enlargement, okay, that lateral film can be quite helpful. Just be careful of the hilum. So the hilum gives all of us grey hairs, like I don't have enough already. Okay, so that area there, just look what's going through that area. Oh, it's not, okay, sorry.
It's
back. It's back. Where is it?
There you go.
No, yes?
Yeah.
Okay, so you're trying to decipher on an X-ray what's going on there. And that's let alone the nodal structures that are there or any masses. So the high are particularly difficult. So sometimes it's not what you see, it's what you don't see. All right, so another example of this on the left side of the heart. What are we looking at? Okay. So we've got aortic arch. The key take-home message here is you should have the aortopulmonary window, this concave structure. All right? If you don't see that, something is filling it in. What could it be? Lymph node, could be a mass, could be left atrial enlargement, as you see with marginalized heart. You see a straight heart border. So you should see a concave window. If you don't, and that's straight or full, you're missing something in there. So understand the anatomy that you're looking at, the left and right side of the heart, the vascular structures. Throw in all the lymph node stations and it gets even more complicated. So those are some of the lymph node stations you need to be aware of. Usually they're small, 5 to 6 millimeters. They'll get enlarged and disease. So there's a very nice example on that film there. Bilateral hilar enlargement. Lobulate. Symmetrical. Any ideas what that may be? Come on, guys. Try. I abhor not trying. Try and fail. Don't not try. I sound like her.
TV.
TV. Who's a TV? Why TV? Okay, so I think it's in the differential. Okay. How often have you seen symmetrical TV? Not so much. Okay. Okay. So what the whole, I mean, the sort of key feature there is a symmetry, right? It's both sides, it's symmetrical. What disease gives you symmetrical lymph node enlargement? Sarcoid, yeah, sarcoid, good. Okay. Sarcoid. So if you saw that X-ray, number one in the diagnosis would have to be sarcoid. Number two would have to be TB. Number three, lymphoma. Lymphoma, yeah, good. Like lymphoma, what else? You're training clinicians, we're not training to be radiologists just yet. You know, it's boring, it's in the dark room. Okay, they didn't talk to patients. I think you want to be radiologists. What else? What else? What else? Can I pick on some of you? Is that all right? No. And infections give you that. Besides teeth. Give me some nose. Give me some nose. We've been to Egypt. No one. You've been to Egypt. What did you visit there? Pyramids? Sphinx?
Sphinx, the Nile. Like Nile side, maybe?
No. Okay, so Egypt. Famous for pyramids and what's in the pyramid? Tombs. Tombs. So when you have these early explorers, and they went into those tombs for the first time, what happened to them? Traps. You watch too much TV. Now what really happened?
They found stuff.
Stuff. Okay? What happened to the explorers?
They got sick.
They died. Why? No magic. What traps? Why did they die?
Histoplasmosis.
Leprosy. Or the Pharaoh's curse. What was that? No idea. You never questioned that. My parents get it from. Alright, so Pharaoh's curse. Pharaoh's curse is histoplasmosis. Okay, why? That's unbelievable creature. Why? You want to know why bat is better than you are? More advanced than you are. Any ideas?
They can fly.
They can fly. That's pretty cool. What else can they do?
Hang upside down.
They can echolocate. Okay? Submarines can echolocate. I can't echolocate. Okay? So they can echolocate. What else? Who's Lance Armstrong? Dude with the cycling. Alright, so dude in the cycling. What was special about it? He goes. He used to load drugs, a lot of blood transfusions to perform optimally. This is maximal performance. What was his VO2 max? You know what that is for VO2 max? That's just a measure of how efficient you are taking oxygen out the air using it. So this is a man who's driving to the eyeballs, getting blood transfusions. His VO2 max at his peak of his career was 60 moles per kilo per minute. You and I average 30, 35. What is a bat's VO2 max? 600 moles per kilo per minute. 600. Okay. We are rookies. Okay. VO2 of 600, they can echolocate, they can fly. Batman is the only true. Okay, so getting back to histoplasmosis. How do those spores get into your body? Through the lungs. What do you get? Lymph nodes. When you see lymphadenopathy in the chest, you would think fungal infection. Histoplasmosis. Cryptococcosis. Emonsiosis. Ooh, what's emonsiosis? You have no idea. It was described in this very institution by Chris Kenyon. So my wife loves our garden. But there's this thing that lives underground. Digs up the garden. What is it? A mole. So how many species of mole do we get in Cape Town? 2. The common garden variety mole and the Cape runner mole. Cape runner mole is beautiful. About that long, a shiny coat. Okay? It's endangered, you can't kill it. Okay? Right? Moles carry emonsiosis. They're the reservoir. It's an endemic fungal infection in the Western Cape. It mimics TB, gives you lymphadenopathy. Okay, so you now have a differential for lymphadenopathy. Infective, infective, TB, really fungal infections. Dr. Simon's rabbiting on about pain, Batman, histoplasmosis, mold, emonsiosis, and cryptococcosis. Non-infective, sarcoid, lymphoma. Radiology is easy. Huh? Just remember associations. Okay, so lymph nodes, lots of stations, can get enlarged. All right, so I said it's pattern recognition time. Ish. Anyone want to have a go at this X-ray?
Ground glass appearance bilateral PCP.
That's called a Hail Mary. Okay, so I would approach the X-ray. The first thing you want to do is comment on the quality of the X-ray. Good X-ray, bad X-ray. So you rely on a technician to take a good quality X-ray so you can make important health decisions about a patient on it. But comments on the quality. First things first, date, time, orientation. Okay, so we've taken off identifying markers. There's a location marker, L for left. What are those initials underneath? FAF. What does that stand for? FAF, not FAF duplicacy. Right? What is the FAF for?
Radiographer's initial.
Yeah, good. It's the radiographer's initial. So they take a bad X-ray, you can go back to the radiographer and say, hey. All right. There's a problem though. A number of years ago, there was a radiographer with the initial MDR. Okay, so we know which is the left side. Why is it relevant? Some patients have dextrocardia. All right. Okay. So no dextrocardia, but an orientation. Apices are in, costophrenic angles are in. Vertebral bodies, spines in between me, clavicular head. Is it rotated? That's important for interpreting the mediastinum. If it's rotated, you can't interpret the mediastinum. So you need artificially wider. A wide mediastinum has important pathology. A rotated X-ray makes the heart falsely enlarged. Again, you may need to make a call on the size of the heart. So you want to make sure that it's oriented. Apices in, costophrenic angle in, is it rotated? Quality of the film, overexposed, underexposed. How do we assess that? Vertebral body, yep, good. True way. Okay, so you should be able to just see the intervertebral disc through the cardiac shadow. What do you guys think about that? Can you see the whole vertebral body? Can you see more than just the disc? I mean, I can see the spine pretty well outlined even through the big liver. They've nuked the patient with radiation and overexposed the full. So it's appropriately orientated, overexposed full. Okay, so they've shot too much radiation. So everything's going to look a little bit black. Okay. So can we interpret it? Yeah, I think all our fields of interest are in. It's appropriately orientated, but a little overexposed. Just describe what you see, and then we'll talk about the differential. So you don't want to have a crack at this. Unilateral, bilateral? Bilateral. Where's right or left? Right. Upper zone, lower zone, mid zone. Yeah, mid to lower. So it's bilateral, predominantly on the right, mid to lower zone. Okay? How would you describe it? Actually, reticular maneuver.
If coaches.
What do you see? Okay, so just be careful of your terms. Cavitation implies solid thing, breakdown in the middle. Solid thing, breakdown. Do you think that looks like a solid thing which is broken down in the middle? Does that have a thick wall? No. Okay, so there are these nuances in medicine. Like when you use the term Velcro crackles, you are saying to your examiner, right. So there are holes, for lack of a better word, but I wouldn't call it compensation. They are thin walled. They are bilateral in the lower zones. What else can we see? We can see two lines parallel to each other, like railway lines. Call that tram track. What do we see? Bronchiectasis. Great. Bronchiectasis. So, approach to bronchiectasis. Anyone want to give it a go? No one? Come on, guys. Okay. Too much wine, too little wine. Wrong wine. Just whining. Okay, approach to bronchiectasis, primary, secondary. Yep. Primary genetic problem, secondary acquired. So primary problems with bronchiectasis. The classic is? Cystic fibrosis. Cystic fibrosis, great. Cystic fibrosis. The hallmark of bronchiectasis and cystic fibrosis is upper lobe. Which gene? CFTR, good. Okay. Over 3,000 mutations described. Commonest is phenylalanine deletion at position 508. Okay. What other genetic conditions will give you primary bronchiectasis? Sorry? Contagious. How are we going to group that? What's the problem in contagious?
I think it's a problem with the sort of arm in the cilia. There's a gene in the cilia called move. Yeah.
Okay, primary ciliary dyskinesias. That's the word. Primary ciliary dyskinesias. Okay, so what do these patients present with?
Multiple infections.
Multiple infections where?
Lower respiratory tract.
Lower respiratory tract and
Nasal.
upper respiratory tract. Okay, so recurrent sinusitis, recurrent chest infections, what else do they present with? I have two of them at home. They drive me mad.
Infertility.
Children, infertility. Okay? All right, they present with infertility. All right, what else? Yeah, talk about Manala. Okay, so contagious syndrome is one of the primary ciliary dyskinesias. What's a groovy way to test for it? So you have cilia which don't work. Patient comes here with recurrent sinusitis, a bronchiectasis, can't have kids. I'm going to confirm this diagnosis at the bedside. Cilia don't move. So you can't do fancy electron microscopy, you at the bedside. What can I do? What happens if I take some saccharin, artificial sweetener, and I put it on the inside of the nose? What should happen? Sneeze? It's not what Charlie Sheen does on the weekend. Okay. So the cilia should transport the saccharin posteriorly, and you should get a sweet taste in the back of your mouth. If your cilia aren't working, you get a sweet taste. No, it's called a saccharide test. You do for ciliary dyskinesias. All right. Secondary causes. TB. Yeah, good. What else? What other infections?
Recurrent pneumonias.
Recurrent pneumonias, good. Which bugs?
Pertussis.
Pertussis, good. Pertussis, good. Another one? Staph. Okay, staph pneumonia, pertussis. Okay. Recurrent infections. Okay, so that's a nice case of bronchiectasis. Tram tracking, ring shadows. That's what you're looking for. All right, you want to give it a go?
Dr. Simon,
Yes.
sorry to take you back. In terms of bronchiectasis, how importantly would you consider obstructive causes as a cause of
Yeah, good.
bronchiectasis?
Like what?
Foreign body.
Foreign body is good.
Tumor.
Tumor, excellent. So you can get bronchiectasis behind the tumor, which is blocking an airway, absolutely. Foreign body. So my favorite was a 21-year-old girl writing an exam, chewing on a pin. We can lodge down the right lower lobe. Okay. She didn't think much about it. She didn't think, let's go see a doctor about this. I was going to let it leave and let it come out on its own. Okay. Came to see her 6 months later with minor hemoptysis. Okay. So we scoped her, and there you see the black cap of blood sitting in the right lower bronchus. What did I do? Nothing. Because I phoned the surgeon. What happens distal to that obstruction, you get inflammatory mass and lots of vessels. So if I pull that out, which I can do with some forceps, what's going to happen? It's going to bleed a lot. Can I control the bleeding with my bronchoscope? No. So she went to theatre, they tried to take it out with the bronchoscope, she bled torrentially, she ended up having a right lower lobe effect. Don't chew on your head. Okay, so obstruction, getting back to your point, absolutely. Foreign bodies, tumors, what else? Can TB cause endobronchial masses? Inflammatory masses? Yeah, for sure. What else? Extraluminal obstruction, so lymph nodes compressing, tumors compressing. Good. All right, let's move on to the next one. What do you guys think?
Big hearts.
Big heart? Good X-ray, bad X-ray?
adequate?
Come on, guys, here we go. ABC's in. Systematic angles in. Left marker, initial, right marker. Pressure identifiers have been taken off at anonymity. Is it rotated? Look at the spines between the clavicular heads. It looks like it's a little rotated to the right. Penetration. You can see intervertebral discs through the liver. See everyone happy this is? Over-penetrated. Okay. Right, so we've got an adequately positioned, over-penetrated radiograph, appropriately orientated, normal, abnormal. Abnormal. Where? Where?
Heart.
Heart is large. So remember the cutoff is 50%. Is that cardiac respiration more than 50%? Yes. Good. Are there any clues in the vascular structures as to what the etiology of that cardiac enlargement is? Okay. Aortopulmonary window. Is everyone happy that it's gone? Where's my... Is it there? No. There it is. Okay. So you should see a nice concave space, but it's obliterated. There's fullness right over there. So what will give you that fullness? Large left atrium, big pulmonary artery, a mass, or a lymph node. Now we've got a big heart with a left atrial, it looks like left atrial. Any ideas in the diagnosis?
Mitral stenosis.
Yeah. Okay. Mitral stenosis. What else? Think now. What are you missing? Let's pass it up. Put some money on the table. Who's trustworthy here?
John. John.
Who's John? John, come here. Yes, sir. You're holding blue one. Where's the fire now? I'm drinking something. Okay, look at that. You think you've got it? Flip your hand. Not yours. Is it real? Is it legit? Yeah. Not good to money? Real money? Any ideas? What else is going on? Money on the line, no one willing to have a guess. Okay. Does that explain the big heart? No. Yeah. You hand up? Yes, you did. Come on. Atelectasis should give you collapse and small lung volume. Do you think those are small lung volumes? So how many ribs should you see anteriorly? 6. How many ribs should you see posteriorly? 10. So, tamponade. So if you've got cardiac tamponade, you're applying this fluid around the heart. Would you like to go shopping? You don't like shopping. You're broke. Hypothetically speaking, if you have to win that, you will go shopping. Nando. And they give you the food in a packet. Put the packet on the counter so the below is out. Right. Any other fusion to say? Bag full of water. Globular, right? Do you think that's a globular heart? You. Yeah? Okay. Did they give you a big heart like that? Not really? No. What are you guys missing? Okay, so where are you going with it? What part of the heart is in the heart?
The left ventricle.
The left ventricle. Aha. Now, We worry about mitral valve disease, and says mitral stenosis, but the mitral stenosis does what to the left ventricle? You've got a fixed outflow space from the left atrium to the left ventricle. Can blood get to a stenosis mitral valve? No. So what size should the left ventricle be? Small. Work with me now. Come on. Okay. But there the left ventricle is big. What are you missing now? Yes. So he's got what? No! You think? No! Mixed mitral valve disease. You think you've earned the money? No. I'm screaming. No. You're holding escrow, right? Okay. Right. So, mitral stenosis, big left atrium, small heart. Mixed mitral valve disease, big LV. Because of the regurgitant part. Everyone happy? Okay. Okay, so you were talking about obstruction. You don't want to have a go. After the x-ray, try what you see. I'll leave 100 Rand on the table if anyone gets it right. Okay, x-ray, left, right. Markers are in. APCs are in. What's the printing angle in? Is it rotated? Yeah, it is rotated. You can see it's rotated way to the left. Penetration, over, under penetration. That's pretty good. And you can just see intervertebral disc through the cardiac shadow. I'd be happy with that. Okay. Normal, abnormal? Abnormal. Unilateral, bilateral? Yes, I mean there are bilateral problems. The dominant problem is on the left. Right, so you want to have a go. Don't guess. Don't guess. The president for the last 9 years guessed his way through his presidency. Look where we are now.
I'm not sure if it's a rotation, but is the trachea deviated?
Yeah. So there's tracheal deviation. If there's tracheal deviation, there's only two things that do that. Either pushed across or you pulled across. So what do you think's going on? Pull. He's pulled across. Why? Do you think the mediastinum has gone across to the left as well? So you should see a portion of the cardiac shadow to the right of the spine. Cutoff is a seventh of the ratio, actually. But you should see some of the cardiac shadow to the right. Can you see anything to the right of the spine? No. So the mediastinum shifted, the trachea shifted. What does that tell you?
Tension pneumothorax.
No! Where's the tension pneumothorax? I can see lung markings on the right. It's not being pushed. The accrete has been pulled to the left. So what's going on? Collapse, yes, collapse. Where? Say what?
I can't say without that. What do you know? Say it.
You know, that x-ray you can. Okay, so there's collapse. Upper lobe, lower lobe. Upper lobe. So there's the margin. So the left upper lobe collapse. What's that? Foreign body? Tumor. Endobronchial carcinoma. Squamous. Blocking the left upper lobe bronchus. Fungating lesion. Growing in the left upper lobe. Left upper lobe collapse. You see how the collapse gives you a veiled appearance? Shift. Yeah? Okay. Is this kind of what you're wanting or not really?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, sticking with the same theme. There's the 100 Rand no fly yet. 100 Rand no to play. want to give it a go? Okay? Lobar pneumonia. Don't do what you just did. Don't guess. Work through the X-ray like we've just done. Describe what you see, and then come up with a differential. Right left. Apices in, costophrenic angles in. Okay? Rotated. Yeah, pretty rotated. To the right. Penetration. Over penetrated. Okay, so the question is, how do you tell which way the form is rotated? So what you need to do is measure the distance between the thoracic spines and the clavicular heads. Where's my... So thoracic spines going down, clavicular head coming in, clavicular head ending there. Ideally, the thoracic spine should be equidistant between the clavicular heads, right? If it's center on. But if the distance, you rotate the film, or the patient rather, the distance between the spines changes. Everyone happy? Okay, so clearly this is rotated. Why is this not pneumonia? Who said pneumonia? Why is it not pneumonia? Come on, you're in my sperm, man. Yes, I must be. To define pneumonia on an X-ray, you must see ear bronchograms. Ear bronchograms imply consolidation. Can you see ear bronchogram? No. Can you call pneumonia? No. Okay. So, do we have tracheal deviation to the right? Do we have mediastinal shift to the right? Yeah. Yes. Okay. All right. So that's telling you something. Push or pull? Pull. The pathology is clearly on the right. What's the pathology? Collapse where? Right what? Middle one. You're saying right middle lobe collapse. Are you sure? Very sure. Yeah. Get your 100 grand. Right. So this is it. Okay, so this is a case of right middle lobe collapse. The reason he's right, excuse me, pun, okay, is you've lost the right heart quarter. Remember what abuts the right heart quarter is the right middle lobe. We refer to that as the silhouette side. If you've got air on something solid, you have a line. Silhouette side. If you have solid on solid, can you see the line? No. Silhouette side. Okay? So you've lost the margin. So it's telling you it's in the right middle lobe. If this is right lower lobe collapse, you'd be able to see the right heart quarter, but you'd lose the diaphragm. Everyone happy? Hollow mass. This patient had a endobronchial tumor in the right island, causing right middle lobe collapse. What's Lady Windermere syndrome? Lady who? Lady Windermere. Anyone heard of her? No. No? So back in the Victorian ages, it was impolite to cough. Okay. You see young ladies suppress their cough. They don't want to be made seen in public. If you suppress a cough, you don't expectorate mucus, what happens? It becomes inspissated. It becomes sticky and blocks pipes. Particularly the type of the right middle lobe. Okay. They used to see a lot of young middle-aged women who suppress their cough and develop right middle lobe collapse and bronchiectasis from mucus plug. Lady Windermere syndrome. Okay. Has a very similar appearance to that. The right middle lobe bronchus is a long, thin, tortuous pipe. It's very prone to obstruction. Let's give it a go. Anyone? So talk us through it.
So it's an anterior posterior X-ray. Penetration is over penetrated. It's over penetrated.
Yeah, and B is over penetrated, and you can see intervertebral discs through the liver.
And then in terms of rotation, slightly rotated to the right.
Yeah, I'd agree.
And then ABCs are visible, base is visible, the diaphragm is visible, diaphragmatic angle is visible. Then I noticed the heart is very narrow. It's very typical of COPD.
Okay, we'll come back to that in a second. So it's an adequate X-ray, it's over penetrated, it's slightly rotated. Normal or abnormal?
Abnormal.
Abnormal. What's abnormal?
I think make it large and narrow heart.
What's the problem? So there are a couple of problems. Are those big lungs or small lungs? Big lungs. That's hyperinflated. 6 anterior ribs, 10 posterior ribs. We have more? We have a winner. Okay? That's hyperinflation. How do you interpret hyperinflation? What does it mean to you? Check it. You see hyperinflation. Air traffic, good, air traffic. There's air traffic. And where's the pathology? Small airways, excellent. It tells you there's small airways disease. So in kids, when you see air traffic, the small airways diseases, bronchiolitis. In adults, the small airways diseases, COPD or asthma. Right. So to get air traffic like that, that's taken a long time. There's skeletal deformities, there's a massive barrel chest. So what do you think it likely is? COPD. You said small heart. Right, small heart. Differential for a small heart and an exit. Let's have tell you what's not there. Causes of a small heart.
Anorexia.
Anorexia nervosa, yes. What else? That's 1. 4.
HIV,
HIV, good.
COPD,
COPD, 1 more.
idiopathic.
Hashtag not. Don't shout, hashtag you must say no good. Come on, Dad, hashtag something. Started to roll his eyes. What else? 1 more. Just more heart. Complain of lightheadedness, maybe some pre-syncopal episodes. The sodium is 120. The glucose is 2. Sweet baby Jesus, come on. I can either glucose, sodium. What hormone control focus? Cortisol. Cortisol. Keep going. Addison's good. What cause of a small heart is? Addison's disease. Okay, so 4 causes of small heart: COPD, HIV, anorexia, and Addison's. Okay, so problem number 1 is hyperinflation, airways disease, probably a smoker, probably got COPD. Mention the word smoking. All sorts of disease profiles should come to your mind with that respect. Looking at that mediastinum, is everyone happy? Shaking your head vigorously. Why are you not happy? Okay, massive. What else?
Asymmetrical.
It's asymmetrical. Yeah.
Wider than the vertebral body.
Yeah. So the asymmetry worries me. Okay. So we're used to seeing a paratracheal stripe. That's soft tissue, and the paratracheal rings, okay, should be 2 to 3 millimeters. And then it should come down at the right main bronchus to a teardrop shaped structure called the azygous vein. Can we see that? No. So if we can't see it, because of the silhouette sign, we know there's a solid structure sitting here. So you've got a widened lower mediastinum. Differential for widened mediastinum. Section usually on the right, on the left, sorry, and usually to the 3 side.
Thymoma.
Thymoma, like it. Great.
Retrosternal thyroid.
Retrosternal thyroid, yep.
Terrible lymphoma.
Terrible lymphoma.
TB.
TB.
Probably a hiatus hernia.
No, man, you just Okay, so I'm talking about the T's of mediastinal enlargement. Retrosternal thyroid, thymoma, terrible lymphoma, tuberculosis. So, with that in mind, you're worried about. You think it's, remember there's a thyroid, we should see it extending from the top. Can we see that? No. Do we like retrosternal thyroid? No, that's out. What else? Lymphoma's got to be in there. Maybe a primary malignancy. Okay. So lung cancer. So you've got a differential. What test would you like next?
Biopsy.
Okay. How are you going to get to your biopsy? So we can either approach the biopsy through a scope or through the skin. So do you think that mass is in the lumen of the trachea and bronchus, or do you think it's outside the lumen? Outside. So will I be able to see it with my scope? No. So the scope's going to help us? No, not really. Okay. So what do you want to do to better assess part of your tissue?
What a lateral X-ray.
So lateral X-ray is going to tell you the anterior filling of the mediastinum. It's going to give you any more information. The CT. Okay, what are you going to ask the radiologist to do for you with that CT? Contrast, good. Why do you want contrast? How do you know that's not a vascular structure?
So if it is a vascular structure, the contrast will flow into the...
So to differentiate soft tissue and vascular, everything looks grey on a CT. If you put contrast into the vein, it comes up as white. So it helps to differentiate between soft tissue and vascular. So what you want is a contrasted CT. Then we're going to decide on a percutaneous needle biopsy, something called an EBUS. Anyone know what an EBUS is? Yes, no?
It's a bronchial ultrasound.
Okay, so it's a scope with an ultrasound on the end. Okay, we put it against the tracheal wall. We can see what's on the other side. So we put the scope down to about there. We'll face the scope onto the tracheal wall, turn on the ultrasound, and we can see what's on the other side. And through the working channel, we'll pass a needle through the tracheal wall into the mass to sample it. Ooh, nice one. I'm not going to help you. Where's our reputable man? You've got to name the problem and you've got to name the syndrome to get this. Okay? Orange one. Can't use Google. Been fortunate enough to go through our firm, I'm sure I would have shown you this. You have to name the epinym. You have to tell me what the diagnosis is of that extract. $200 riding on it. You don't need to say wrong. Epinym is the first movement. lobe lobectomy. You go through it. Did you describe what you see, or did you just Hail Mary? Hail Mary the shit out of it. Yeah, you got You want to know what a Hail Mary is? Yes, no? Sporting term, red football, you just throw it downfield, you won't like else on the Okay? Okay, so orientation marker, left, CJD was the radiographer, APCs are in, phosphophretic angles are in. Right? Penetration, over, under. Over. See, interact with this through the liver. Rotation, looks a little rotated to the left to me. I mean, the spine and the head of his clavicle almost touch each other. Okay. Normal, abnormal? Abnormal. You need actual bilateral? I'd say bilateral because I think the patient is very hyperinflated. Okay, so there's a clue. Hyperinflation means airway disease. Airway disease in adult is smoking or asthma. Okay, then obvious abnormality is in the right upper zone. There are a couple of clues here. Look at the inferior margin. How would you describe that? Well delineated. Concave. Okay. Inferior surface with dense opacification of the right upper zone. Do you think the trachea is going to cut across to the right? Yes. Getting it pull or push? What? Pull. Definitely. Pull. Right. So this is a classic example of right upper lobe collapse. So you've seen left upper lobe collapse. You've seen right middle lobe collapse. This is right upper lobe collapse. And the eponym here is golden. I think the term you guys use is golden. Yes? No? Yeah. So Golden was the radiologist who described this. There's a hilar mass over there. Sorry, where's my marker? So there's a hilar mass sitting there which tethers the right upper lobe. It collapses and you get a reverse S sign. Do you see that? Everyone happy with that? Or upside down S? Not really? Okay, you have to take my word for it. So backwards S, like this. Oh. It's like watching fireworks. Ooh, okay, and there's a mass sitting here. So when we bronch the patient, we're going to see a tumor in the right upper lobe bronchus. There's right upper lobe collapse. No one got the church bucks. I'm watching you. I'm not putting money on this, this is easy. Okay, first problem is AB sitting. So it's not a PA form. AB form is going to make the heart look falsely big. Leaving having done that, that heart is small. You've already got a differential. Okay? APC's in, phosphophretic angles are in. Penetration, not bad. Just see, try to put this through that. Cardiac shadow. Orientation, I can see spine, I can see particular heads, little rotated to the right. Normal, abnormal. Abnormal. Unilateral, bilateral. Bilateral. What's the problem? How many anterior ribs? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Posterior ribs. 1, 2, 3, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, almost 12 posterior ribs. So the patient is hyperinflated. Diagnosis? COPD. What interventions change mortality in COPD? Smoking cessation. Good. What else? Vaccines. How many of you this year had the flu vaccine? to die, okay, of H1N1. Highly preventable disease. These guys, okay. Small jab. Once you get it free, I think it should help, don't you? Yeah. Right, these are the failure. You expose it all the time. Just go get the flu vaccine once a year. Your healthcare practitioners, the last thing I need for you to do is roll into ICU with a PO2 of 6. Okay, that's what happens. Alright, so vaccination, smoking cessation. How do you get someone to stop smoking? Motivational interview. CBT, cognitive behavioral therapy. What do you actually do? Yes.
I would explain to them why.
Does it actually work? Yeah, it doesn't. So treating patients doesn't work. Okay, so I'll talk about the 5 A's. 5 A's of smoking cessation. And the actual evidence for this. First A is ask. If you don't ask, you don't get it. If you don't ask if they're smoking, if you don't ask if they aren't ready to quit, you don't know. So you must ask. If you don't ask, you're negligent. Good. First A is ask. Second A? Assess. So you want to assess are they ready to quit. If they don't want to quit, stop trying. Can't make them quit. They must want to. Third A. Advise. So advise them on the negative impact of smoking, but give them hope. Advise them on the positive benefits of smoking cessation. Fourth A. Assist. What are you going to assist them with? Support groups, yeah, I like that. Support groups, what else? Strategies to replace the smoke. Like what? Yes?
I mean, they smoke it like recreationally.
You think that's going to work? The support groups, what else? Okay, so nicotine replacement therapy, like what? Okay, those are drugs. These are drugs. Okay, nicotine replacements. How can we get nicotine into you? Patches, gum, spray, vaping. How many of you vape? Huh? Who vapes? Come on. Go. Did you smoke? Smoke? Okay, enjoy it? Yes, try it once. Hang on, it was so bad. Do it again. Okay? Alright. So, vaping is not a recognized entity from nicotine replacement. It's not advocated. There's evidence now that it does not decrease your smoking. You cannot advocate this intervention. There's no safety data. None. Alright. Patches, gum, yes. E-cigarette is just another nicotine delivery device with probable deleterious effects. Yeah.
But nicotine is not the problem causing thing in that. So can you advise if they, I mean, could you support them trying
What?
to vape instead of use cigarettes?
Is vaping safe?
I think the jury's still out on that.
So there's evidence coming in now it's not safe. So there's good biochemical evidence now that it impairs your immunity. Okay, but it also has a healing response. The first of the evidence starting to come out. Okay. The short answer is we don't know. Okay. So probably it's not going to be safe. If you can't assure your patient it is safe, can you advocate it?
No.
No.
But within the context of smoking-related disease, and they say they they can't stay
So what if you're assuming that vaping is less harmful than cigarettes? Now, assumption is the mother of all.
disasters.
What term I use, but yes. Okay? All right. You're assuming that vaping is safer than smoking. You're saying vaping, yes, will cause problems, but not as bad as smoking. That's your argument.
Okay. So, no.
If you cannot assure it's safe, can you advocate it as a practitioner? All right, so just be careful. We've had this debate in our division on numerous times. Okay, so until we know it's safe, I don't think we can advocate it. All right, there's no evidence for doing what you are suggesting. Nicotine, you're right. Now, nicotine per se, pure nicotine is liquid. It's not actually that bad. There's some minor immunomodulating properties, but highly addictive, but it's not that bad. All right. To overdose with nicotine, you need to have phenomenal amounts. You can't smoke that amount. It's the other volatile compounds from burning carbon-based fuel that cause the problems. So whether you choose to sleep around a fire, live around a fire, cook around a fire, or smoke cigarettes, it's the same thing. All right. If you burn any carbon-based fuel, LPG, plant residue, coal, inhaled tobacco, you're burning carbon-based fuel. Problem. Okay. So, you make a smoking cessation, nicotine replacement, go about drugs, Champix. Okay, I can want to see. Pretty good. Okay, so Champix is quite a cool drug. It's a partial alpha-4 beta-2 agonist. What it does is it binds to the nicotine receptor, tricks it into thinking it's been stimulated, but it's not. So it blocks the receptor. So it decreases your craving. So it works. At 1 year, evidence shows quick rates at 40% if you use Champix. There are problems with it though, like nausea. About 25% of patients get very nauseous. Okay, and there are case reports of suicidal ideation on this. So if you have a patient with a background of depression, psychiatric disease, you really don't want to put them on Champix. So Champix or varenicline is this problem. The other drug we use is bupropion, Zyban. Okay, so Zyban also works, quick rates of 1 year at about 20%. Okay, problems with it? Some patients get, like me on a Saturday night, have a few drinks. Seizures. Okay? Alright, so seizures, epileptic, you don't want to put them on. And then an old drug that usually used related to amitriptyline is nortriptyline. So you can give them drugs, you can give them nicotine. Okay, and the last A is assist. So just make a phone call and play. Okay, everyone happy with a small heart? Everyone happy with the diagnosis of airways disease and hyperinflation?
What's the last A?
Assist.
What A was this? What's for?
Arrange, my bad. Arrange follow-up. So arrange a phone call, arrange a visit. Okay, nice X-ray. You want to give it a go? Yeah, good X-ray, bad X-ray. The right to the left, apices are just in, got the pretty angles in. Is it rotated? No, it's pretty square on. Is it over-penetrated? Yeah. See, it's red with this and over it runs through the liver. Okay? What else? Normal, abnormal. Abnormal. Unilateral, yes, it's predominantly unilateral on that. Right, how would you describe that? Can't see the right heart motor? Good. Okay, so there's a dense opacification, which is well rounded in the right low zone, obliterating the right heart border and medial aspect of the diaphragm. Where is this thing sitting? Right middle of it. Okay, so somewhere in that region. Okay, so differential for that. Can we see air bronchograms in it? It's not a pneumonia. What else? Could this be other infections? What infection can give you a big, well-rounded lesion like this? TB. Yeah, TB. Okay. So giant granuloma, TB for sure. Good, what else? Aspergilloma. Okay. So don't be caught out by aspergillus. Aspergillus lives in a pre-existing cavity to form a fungal ball called a mycetoma. It doesn't form de novo a rounded lesion like that. So can you see a cavity around it? No. So is there an aspergilloma? What other infection? Adapted, excellent. Adapted. What's adapted? Chinococcus. Where do you get it from? What? Where? You really get it from? Dogs. Yeah. Everyone eating the smile. What? Who knows what a smiley is? Who doesn't know what a smiley is? I've eaten one. The cheeks are very tasty. Eyeballs not so much. Smiley is a sheep's head which is boiled. And it pulls this skin back. So it looks like a sheep is smiling. Alright. So you'll traditionally see this in people from PCK, rural farms. They'll come down with the right low zone, rounded mass. They live in close proximity with dogs and sheep. We act as an intermediate host, like sheep. The dog is a definitive host. Chinococcus, adapted disease. How do we treat it? No. Okay, so if you have adapted of the liver, then yes. Adapted of the lung, you get a surgeon to take it out. Normally, cardiothoracic surgeons have kahunas this big. Alright? It's the only time I've seen them nervous is when they take this thing out. Because it is a delicate membrane, fluid inside it, and daughter slowly sees. To rupture that membrane, what happens? So they have to shut it out very gently and take it out like a hand grenade. Okay. So adapted is in there. TB is in there. What else? Okay, abscess, yeah, good. Abscess in the right lower lobe, the right middle lobe. Someone is having seizures and aspirated. Alcoholics, poor oral dentition. Good, what else? Yeah, so non-infectious causes of tumor. So lung cancer. Anything else? So there are congenital causes, what is called a Morgagni hernia. Alright, so you typically see it in this place, and that's what this is. So that's bowel and liver coming up through the right crux of the diaphragm. Okay, so it's a congenital hernia. But you need a differential. We've been going for an hour. Do you want to?
Your abscess. So do you get abscesses that don't have an fluid level?
So an air fluid level means there's air in it. What happens if there's no air in it? Okay. But if that was an abscess, if that was a round ball of pus, how sick would the patient be? Sick. So that would be staph maybe a strep, that'd be properly toxic. Feverish, rigors, chills, pain, tachycardia, tachypneic, septic. Patient comes to you looking well. We have a TB, tumor, hydatid. I've got lots more slides. I don't know how long you want to go for, so you must just stop me. You want a couple more? Had enough?
Couple more.
2 more.
3 more.
2 more. So try to find some interesting ones. You want to give that a go? Approach it, give a differential. These are the drinks we're going to help. Left market in, the Jacobson names there, ABC's in, costophonic angles are in, rotated, right, opposite, over-penetrate, way over. It's getting much more black than it should, but it's reportable. Normal, abnormal, unilateral, bilateral, how do you describe it? One on the left. Yes. Bilateral, that's worse on the left. Patient comes to you in a SAPS of 85, spirit rate 40, tachycardic at 110. Ground glass, you see ground glass. Yes, ground glass. How do you interpret ground glass? What does that mean to you at the physiological? You're so close. Come on. Something I'm tracking where? Where's the problem? It's not tomatoes. Yes, alveolus. Okay, alveolus. So ground glass means alveolar filling. Filling with what? 4 things. Pus, so infection. So infection can fill alveolus. And ground glass pus filling, either viral, fungal, or atypical bugs like Legionella or Microbiota. Okay? Pus. Okay, keep going. Give me another one. Blood. Alveolar filling with blood. Either be aspirated blood from hemitemesis, or leading into the alveolus from a vasculitis. Okay, so if you have lupus in the lung, it can give you a ground glass appearance. Alright? Pus, blood. Water. Good quality H2O. What movie is that from? The water, hey, know something. The water boy. It's like from my ear. Okay? Water. Types of water you can get in the lung? Good. Okay, but predominantly we get transit. And that would be a heart failure syndrome. So heart failure can give you ground glass. Or, if it's exudated water, what do we call it? You have cardiogenic pulmonedema or non-cardiogenic pulmonedema. ARDS. Ask me what I did this weekend. What did I do this weekend? Good question. So I had the privilege of going to Lesotho. So I took Wednesday and Thursday and Friday off. Wednesday I was examining German students. Failed 5 out of 10. Okay, finished examining students. I drove to Lesotho. I went to Afri-ski. Ski. Had a dump of 20 centimeters of snow. Beautiful. The problem is I went from 0 to 3,500 meters in 6 hours. What do you think happened to me?
Pulmonary edema.
I developed high altitude pulmonary edema. I sat for 80, I was blue, and I had to come back down pretty quickly. So there went my holiday. The sun stayed up here and learned how to ski, 7. Yeah, we're sucking oxygen back in the So my point is, non-cardiogenic pulmonary edema. We've got blood, pus, water. You know how small it has to be to aspirate? Can you tell me others? Come on. Tissue. Have tissue. Okay. Tissue, something growing in your alveolus. So if you have granulation tissue or abnormal healing response in the alveolus, call that a organizing pneumonia. So you now have an approach to ground glass. So if you say to me in an exam, you've got an extra ground glass, you just go BGP. Okay. It shows me you have black insides, you don't have a differential, and you're not a clinician. It's like a maths problem. You get 1 mark per answer. All the marks on how you got there. What we want to see is approaches. We want to make sure that you're safe. If I come to you with this X-ray in 20 years' time, I want to know that you're going to approach me safely and not treat my heart failure with Bactrim and prednisone. Yes? You laugh, it happens. One of the Durban students, the sector student, couldn't elicit a biceps jerk. I stopped the exam and I gave him a tut. You know that's bad when the external examiner stops you and says, look, just stop, just that's it. Didn't even really come to differential. Okay, right, so we've got a differential for ground glass. What do you think the likely cause of ground glass? Sub-Saharan Africa. TCP. So please understand there's a differential. Don't get caught out. Patients can have vascular disease. Just 60 euros. Look at the skin. Look at the nail beds. Alright. Take a message from the picture, ground glass. Does it mean that physiologically you have an approach? One more and then we're done. I found another good one. Turn your hand, still riding on this. Come on. I'm not going to help you. You abstain? You know? You fine? Okay.
So, was that good from the beginning?
What do you think?
Yes. So, on the left, there's a label on the left side with the radiographer's initial. It's slightly it's right rotated.
Yeah.
And it's, I think the penetration is okay. It's not over-penetrated. I don't see any vertical.
Okay.
Then it's a bilateral lung abnormality.
Okay.
There is on the top right lobe, there is like a
You sure that's the right below, but not the apex of the right lobe?
Sorry, I mean the right apex has like a increasing opacification,
Yep.
and then there's a distributed like cannonball lesions.
Okay. So you're saying there is a well circumscribed right upper zone lesion with multiple non-nodular lesions which are both lung. Okay? I would concur.
A differential would be possibly like a stack order for the node. Okay.
Just remember, the order which you tell things to me is the order I'm going to assume you prioritize them. There's some clues on the X-ray which will help you. Big lung, small lung. Big lung. Hyperinflation.
Yeah. So one side is normal.
Hyperinflation means airways disease. Airways disease in adults is usually COPD you get from smoking is a risk factor for. It's a risk factor for TB, right? But more importantly, is a risk factor for lung cancer. What is the diagnosis?
Lung cancer with metastasis.
Okay, so there's a primary lung carcinoma in the right upper zone with hematological spread and nodule throughout large lung nodes. Okay, your take home from this X-ray is a nodular infiltrate. What's the acronym for a nodular infiltrate? MOTSWARM. MOTSWARM. Okay, those not on my phone, MOTSWARM. MOTHSWARM. First M for metastases. We told you about Lance Armstrong. What cancer did he have? Testicular cancer. I picked it up when he had hemoptysis. He had nodules through his lung. Alright, so M for Mets. M for
Opportunistic infections.
opportunistic infections. Okay, so viruses give you a nodular infiltrate. H1N1, influenza, parainfluenza, CMV. T for TB. Can't mention miliary TB. You said miliary TB.
We did it smaller.
Yeah, good. So miliary TB is named after millet seeds. They are tiny seeds. So the classical description is you should be able to pick them out the X-ray with tweezers. Well-defined, small, under 5 millimeters. That's clearly not millet seed. Okay, so but TB definitely. Alright? H4. Okay, so hypersensitivity, pneumonitis. So it's an allergic reaction to something you breathe in. Classic example is calms down, yeah. And something classical, why not? What's the classical we get here? But water loves birds. Birds. Bird fanciers lung. So pigeons. In the guano is an enzyme. Typically, people who keep lots of pigeons and inhale this guano, the enzyme, sets up an inflammatory reaction in the lung and they get lots of nodules. H4, hypersensitive pneumonitis. But you're 100% on farmer's lung is a reaction to actinomyces spores. Mushrooms growers' lung is a reaction to mushroom spores. Bisonosis is a reaction to cotton, unprocessed cotton. So all different types of names, but the pathology is the same. Alright. S4, sarcoid. W4, vagrants. A4, asbestos and dust disease. Coal, pneumoconiosis, asbestos. R4, rheumatoid nodules, and the last M is communis plants. You now have an approach to a nodular infiltrate on the neck. You have an approach to ground glass, you have an approach to nodules. Okay. Thank you for your time.